Hello everybody, this is Slowlane123 bringing you episode 3 of my series Zoom Full Ring. This week we are going to be doing a live commentary on two tables, and I'm not going to spend too much time talking about much before we get into it. I do want to say thanks for all the questions and comments from last week's video. I haven't had a chance to get around to them yet. I've had a pretty flat out week, but in the next few days I will definitely be jumping on them. So keep the feedback and comments coming. Today I've decided to just go with two tables, as the four tables got a little bit of flack for being too frantic. So that's all good. I will take the feedback as constructive feedback and jump right into two tables of 100 NL full ring. So I mean, like, totally no. So I'm playing full ring only so far, and I've been reviewing not full ring, 100 NL full ring so far only. If anyone out there specifically wants 50 NL videos, and that's absolutely fine, then let me know, and we will try and get some of that action sorted for you. I've just realised I don't have Table Ninja or my HUD running, so you're gonna need to give me a minute here. Ace Jack, boom, snap 3-bet, 3.3x, seems pretty juicy. Doesn't have any stats on me. Easy rear still. Alright, now Table Ninja is running. We can start zooming through these hands. So that it's 12:30 in the morning here in Australia, and games are like packed as. I've never seen this many people at a 6 max 500 Zoom. There was just 120 people. It's dropped to 109, but I gotta start playing more late night sessions, it would appear, because there always only seems to be like 40 to 70 at most when I'm on. So generally I just assume that the more players that are in there, the easier the games are going to be. That's of course not always the case. Sometimes it is packed with regs, but for the most part the regs are pretty bad anyway. So the games are always good, they're always juicy. Just get in there heads first. I'm going to open a 4x. I used to open a 4x a bit at full ring, and I do like doing it, and I've said this a few times in other videos, and most of my students who I know is a large percentage of people who watch these videos know that the reason that we open this guy was bought in full 7-9. Yeah, he was at least full. He was a little deep, so I was gonna bet standard amount, like just over half pot here. Reason we open bigger from early positions and smaller from later positions is to offset the disadvantage you have by people knowing that you're not opening a wide range under the gun. So like when you open under the gun or under the gun 1, people know you're pretty much just opening like ace queen suited plus and like pocket sixes plus, or something close to that range, I mean, and maybe the occasional suited connector. But other than that, they pretty much know exactly what your range looks like there. I mean, almost everyone's is, other than like crazy lagtards who are probably losing players. So we want to offset the fact that our range is known to our enemies, and we do that by raising a bit bigger. It also means, and this is only a small difference, but it's a difference nonetheless, it also means that post-flop, at a time when we're going to be out of position, we're going to have a slightly smaller stacked pot ratio. If we min-raise as opposed to 4x, then obviously it's going to be a reasonably significant stacked pot ratio, especially if it's multi-way or something. So for the most part, we want to be raising bigger from bigger positions. Like on the button, we will be see, now I'm finding this a bit slow now with just two tables, but what can you do? easy 3-bet with king queen off. Easy still with king 7 7. But I suppose it gives me more time to talk about other stuff, talk about life. And as I was saying, when we are playing on the button, we're going to be opening a hugely wide range. So because we're going to be stealing so much and saving the cutoff and stuff, we want to be making our steals cheaper, because we're going to be raising so many hands, we're going to be raising so many weaker hands. My standard here would be min raise or 2.5x, but because none of these players know who I am, I'm just going to open 3x and be, at this point, unbalanced. Because they're going to have no idea about that, unless they've been watching my vids, in which case they know I have the nizzles. This is obviously just a standard 4-bet here. Hopefully Jens ships and then we can overship. I think I'm just going to fold ace-10 in a vacuum here. Could be an okay squeeze spot if you had better stats or something. I'm just never folding ace-king here. In this sort of funny little spot. This guy's pretty clearly a fish. And yeah, I'm just going to ship it all in there. Hearts. Aces, and what did the fishy have? I've been running like poo lately as well, just for the record. So, it doesn't really surprise me to see aces there. 5-6 off shoot. So, pretty delicious there. Little tasty little fish. Yeah, not much to say about that. It'd be interesting to see over time if that squeezer has a sizing tell. Squeezed really small, only 3x, out of position, with a fish as well. Maybe it's just because he was maybe it's just because the fish was slightly short. Potentially, no, that's still too small even with the fish. He was still like nearly 50 big blinds deep, I think. So, yeah, wouldn't surprise me to see a tell there. I suppose I could have potentially flattered the 3-bet. I just didn't think there was any chance the fish was folding to a 4-bet. There was something in the way. There was something in the timing. Way he snapped. Oh, this is a. I don't know what it was. There was just something that made me feel like that fish was not folding to a 4-bet. And if that's the case, I'd like 4-betting there. This 250 open on the gun. This is probably going to be a weaker player, I'm guessing. Just going to sit bet just on the half pot. I don't think any bigger is necessary. Fantastique turn card for us. And I'd be betting my absolute entire range here, the exact same size. And he checks ships. This seems pretty horrible with just about his entire range. I've just gone and marked him as a weaker player. Orange is my fishy player, but yellow is my weakish player. I don't think a very good player would do this with really much as only just snap check ship. I'm obviously never calling. I was thinking if there was anything more to discuss there, really. I suppose we can talk about what sort of range I put him on when he just snap check ships that turn. I mean, there's not really a hand that I like just snap check shipping the turn with. If he'd done something like, if he had my hand and snap check ship the turn, I think it would be kind of reasonable. trying to think what else I like it with. That I like his play as a whole with, like, unless he has exactly 2 9s, but even so, why snap check ship? Like, the snap check ship just, to me, the snap check ship just means that, I've said that a lot, haven't I? Snack check ship. um, it just means that he hasn't had to think at all. I mean, if you have a set there, I mean, you want to give the illusion that you could be bluffing. Um, I just, there's just nothing that you could really be bluffing with there. Um, he's could, I mean, if he's bad, he could just have like 3s or 2s, I guess. Maybe like ace king, you just snap check ships ace king, like what? Um, might even consider flatting here. See what the fish does. I don't even know if any of these guys are fish, but I'm just assuming this guy's probably a weak player. He's from Germany. So, no, I'm kidding. Germans are decent at soccer. And happily getting it in with Mr. Germany here. Oh, they're both German, so I'm probably just never folding. No, we'll see what Mr. Timebag does here. Okay, so he tank shoves. I think probably ace king, and this guy probably has like 9s or 10s or something. I don't know. I could be wrong there. Aces. Why? Well, just it's like these guys just don't even have a brain cell in their body. Knew he was gonna have ace king, but I thought, like, why would he shove there with aces? You just call and keep everybody in. I don't know. I think I give people too much credit a lot of the time. I think that's probably when I lose most of my money, is when I give too much respect to players. It's never when I don't give enough, because I think I'm usually pretty justified in those spots. If anyone is really terrible behind, I might consider flatting with queen jack off here. It's not something I do very often, but if something was like really drooler-ish, then I'd do it. 3-betting queen jack. It's going to be pretty fine here. Overflatting with 8-7 suited seems okay. Cold 4-bet. That's obviously an easy fold. I was going to bet quite big on table 2 here. I feel like it's rare that either of them have an ace. I feel like they're gonna call one street maybe with like jacks or 10s or something, and then give up. Plus, I have like so much backdoor equity, and also like to 2-pair and trips. So it's just gonna be a good spot to bet big, and I'm gonna be able to control the size of the pot easily in position, and good times. Abuzaki, my HUD won't even show how much money you have. You have a lot. I'm just gonna cold 4-bet here. That's too small. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think there's too much to talk about in that play. I just think people are 3-betting a lot on the button, which is obviously true. Everybody is. And if they want to go to the next level to know that I know that, and that I'm there for 4-betting light, then good on them. But I think for the most part, these takes, people are going to play really straightforwardly against cold 4-bets. You can happily flame me in the comments if you think I'm wrong for that. And I'll probably be 3-betting this ace-2 against anyone, especially if I'm a little bit deeper. Is going to give me more room for movement. Really just nothing on that flop. I think I'm just going to check and give up. If I had 2 overs, I would probably bet. Um, I wonder if I should check that turn. I should probably check that turn. I mean, how often am I bluffing here? Never. Checking the flop and betting the turn. Then again, I mean, nobody knows how I'm playing, so he's not really to know. But I think in a vacuum, if you're in his position there, you should probably fold everything except an ace. Let's see what he had. 2 jacks, 2 queens. Yeah, pretty horrible play by him. In fact, really horrible play. This is like this is like a small 3-bet, and we've got 100 big blinds, so it's just not very often that I'm going to fold in to someone who's 3-bet me less than 3x when we're 100 big blinds deep. It's kind of weird. You bet 10 into 16 on the flop or something like that. Kind of played it like he had exactly a king. Ah, fuck it. I'll call for education, but I think a good percent of the time he's going to have a king here. Yep, he had king jack, exactly what I thought. The problem for me when he makes a play, I mean, he doesn't have any stats on me, so 3-betting king jack off versus another gun open is bad, to say the least. And then to bet that big on the flop, like, yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I don't mind making these calls for education. You'll notice the times that, what am I looking for? The hand history. I maybe could have 3-bet that queen 8 suited. I was just looking for the hand history. But you'll notice the times that I call for education and the times that I call because I think I'm good, because it's I will definitively say beforehand. That's why I don't think I'm good very often, but I think it's interesting to see if these players are as bad as they seem they are, which it appears that they definitively are so far in this video, and it sort of seemed the same way in the last video. The bet check bet line on those sort of boards is like pretty close to never a bluff. So yeah, that's just, I mean, there's not much else to say. I'm sorry if I seem a little spaced out in this video as well. It's been a long day and I'm probably not as switched on as I may normally be. It's gonna be a standard c-bet. Just go half pot on the ace high board, and I might go for 2 barrels depending on the turn and whatever else. That being said, that I am not feeling my flashiest right now, it is also good to see let's see what's going on in players behind me. big blind seems pretty horrible and everyone else seems ridiculously nitty. So I think flatting with fives is okay there. I think any smaller and I probably fold. I think fives is still probably close. But as I was saying, it's kind of interesting to see the way that I play when I'm probably not playing at my A+ game and perhaps see some of the leaks or mistakes that I make. I think I used to fold queens at full ring pretty often. I would. I think most of the time I'd advocate a fold here with queens. For the video, I'm just going to get it in. But this, for the most part, is a video, so do as I say and not as I do. And we'll just have a look. Ace king. That's fine, but I think for the most part there, I'm getting it in with ace king, aces, and kings. So I think as far as vacuum play goes, his stats seem pretty reggy and whatever else. And I'm pretty sure against that range, it's not a good spot to get it in. Man, look at the players behind me. These games are just ridiculous nitty. It's like really disgusting. I mean, look at this shit. 99840000 2010 5384. I mean, what the hell is going on? Anyway, so yeah, I'm sure there's some pretty basic stoving with the queens versus the 4-bet there. I don't think he's very often 4-bet folding. I think it's a very small percentage of the time, so it's probably just a fold for the most part. Probably should have gone 4x with the jacks. Yeah, so with the ace queen call out of position earlier when I opened on the gun, basically when you, well, at least when I open and someone goes to less than 3x and we have 100 big blinds and I have anything semi-reasonable in just about any position, then it's pretty rare that I'm going to be folding. Just given the price and given the fact that I'm banking on being able to outplay people post flop. Yeah. And as I was saying, I would normally fold the river with the ace king 7-9 king board. This one, which would whatever the opposite of Justifier's play is. Okay, whatever. 10-7. Bunch of professionals online right now. I mean, man, these games are nitty. This is just. I was looking at some of the stats of these players sitting around me, and it's like. Just. Ridiculoso. Internet's being a little funny for a second there. This is different here with the queens against the 70 big blinder. It's just going to be an easy get in if he 4-bets. I'll try and pay more attention to the fast folding as well. I'm so used to 4-tabling where fast folding isn't that high on your agenda. Standard ISO here. Um, some people like check call, some people like check fold, some people like bet fold. I think I'm just going to go with the bet fold here. On table 2, I'm going to bet big, draw board. Still think there are worse hands you can call. And this is an interesting spot on table 1 here. If I bet small, I'm being unbalanced at this point in time. I guess I'd better just bet big for the sake of the video to show how you should play when you bet big and what it would generally be. Again, because I haven't played with any of these guys before, they're not going to know about my bet sizing, yada yada. So I would happily bet small there, and I think we get the same result anyways. And here, I was going to bet small and just hope that he doesn't fold, and I think there are a bazillion worse hands he can call with, and I'm just going to ship the river. I expect to get called by some worse, just random raggy kings, jacks, queens, random 10x, maybe some freaky ace-high flush draw that he's trying to psych me out with. And he folds. This guy's pretty aggressive. Check raises a flop. Really no sample, so while I'm looking up there, I have little idea. On the left, I mean, like, 3-betting with King Jack suited, it's against these guys are just so nitty. I mean, 3-betting that early position opens is just not going to be a lot of fun. I mean, that guy check raising on that board, it just seems kind of dumb as a pre-flop raiser. Why don't you just see that? Oh man, I'm definitely functioning a little slow right now. King 5 suited, no, shorty, yuck. Okay. I'm actually going to pause the video and just splash some water on my face and get some juice and try and liven up a little, and I'll be back better than ever. Sit down, next hand. Jack 9 suited. There might be a situation in which we can 3-bet this. Off or overcall it, who knows? I'll pause the video, and if it happens, it happens. Hello. Goodbye. Yo, yo, what's up? Check it. We're back in action, and I feel revived, revitalized. I'm ready to 3-bet some fools. Jack 3 suited when they open from the button. Queen 8. Nah, not happening. Look at that, so speedy. Quick fold. Quick fold. I've even got some breakfast juice. Quick fold, quick fold. There's a little delay there, but alas. So pretty standard open with ace-8 suited on table 1. If we get 3-bet, I'm going to 4-bet. I don't know if my image really justifies this, but I just feel like he's going to be 3-betting me super wide just because I'm playing loose and pretty aggressively. I don't feel like players. I feel like these players at these stakes are going to be like, this guy's a new reg or something. He's playing super loose. I'm just going to 3-bet him because he's open from the cutoff and he's stealing some crazy amount, which I am. That being said, I don't feel like I'm going to get a lot of credit on my squeezes, so I'm just going to fold King 9 off there. So I feel like I can actually 4-bet a little lighter. I don't think that they'll just automatically assume that I'm going to be 3-betting, that I'm going to be 4-betting super light. I think they'll think that I'm opening super wide, and probably 4-betting mostly for value. That is, of course, until my stats started to transpire showing something else. I mean, you look across these tables and we're seeing exactly what I was talking about last week. We've just basically got, a bunch of nits and a whole lot of fish. This is just standard weekday poker. I 3-bet this guy just for isolation purposes. He seems like a pretty clear-cut fish for a small sample. And I'm never not raising that bet. I probably don't even need to raise that big. We got some backdoor equity. King's almost always good. And just looks weak when he bets that small. I think I can almost probably even push him off like 9s here. Maybe I'm crazy for thinking that. But, yeah. Yeah, I might open ace-2 suited. I might open both of these. Just mixing it up a little. Doesn't seem to be any crazy 3-betters behind me over small samples, so let's just run with it. And we got pretty much the ideal situation. I was basically really banking on that small blind giving us a call. Oh, it's only over one hand. I thought it was 100-0 over 10 hands for some reason. And this board, what size has he got? So he's got a slightly smaller stack size, so I'm going to make a slightly smaller c-bet. And he snap folds, and we miss out on tagging him, but we'll bring him back and tag it up off screen. We'll overcall with these 5s if we're given the chance. Won't be squeezing. Won't be calling if there's no other callers. If it checked through with the 5s, I'd consider betting the turn, and if someone called the turn, I'd consider like overbetting the river. Obviously as a bluff. Value protection on the turn. And then just basically assuming that they really almost never have strong hands once we get to the river there, once they just check the flop and call the turn, so overbetting to try and push them off just about any hand that they have. Of course, this is assuming that rivers come off reasonably blankish. I should have min-raised table 1 because we've got a shorty on our left. Yeah, 4-3 flops the bottom pair. Get on those quick folds, Jakey. Master focus. 10-7, pocket 2s. I will isolate with pocket 2s. So my isolations are based upon people's stack sizes. So this guy's got slightly less. I think my standard isolation here would be 4, and he's only got 80 big blinds, so I'm going to 3. So yeah, I think 350 would probably be my standard here, but I went a little smaller just because I got 2s and I can be unbalanced because no one's gonna know. Which nit is this guy? I don't care. I'm just gonna 3-bet. I'm just gonna check and give up the 2s. I don't hate betting that board, but just because at least we have some backdoor outs. I was saying it's only up 48 bucks. Jesus, I should have just bet 3-bet smaller. Seriously, pay attention, you knob. I was going to bet small and hope that he never folds any part of his range. I probably could have bet smaller, whatever. Feeling good about my check on table 1 right now. I can't help but assume this guy's probably a weak player with a name like that and the time that he's taking and whatever else. I don't feel like he's folding the turn very often here, but I really just want to make sure that he never does. I want to take that from being a low percentage of the time to being basically zero. So I'm just going to bet like 27% of the pot or whatever the hell that is. Fold ace check. La 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 la. Snap it. You got tens. Queens, same thing. Oh, yes. Well played. He knew it was coming, didn't he? Oh, he's written in chat. I knew the queen was coming. Oh, well done, you psychic. He didn't actually write that, but... Man, I've been getting that stuff a lot lately. Not gonna lie to you. And you can't really do anything but laugh. I mean, if you're playing good... That's poor English. If you're playing well... And you keep getting good and getting sucked down, and then you just chin up and hope that your bankroll can sustain it. I'm sure everyone out there has good bankroll management. I'm very jokey tonight, aren't I? Even though I'm a little tired. A lot of sarcasm. Sorry about that. It's probably annoying. Yeah, cold 4-bet here. Snap cold 4-bet maybe. Don't know how much credit I got on this one. Nah, I think it's fine. I was only worried about my credit because of my 4-bet stat there, but I mean, whatever. As if they have any sample. So yeah, I think when you first started a stake, cold 4-betting kind of like can be good because people don't really have any transpired stats. I'm just going to be totally unbalanced and open bigger here with jacks. Even though my standard here would probably be 3 or 350. Easy fold with that. I feel like this guy's probably going to call one, and then if I had aces here, I'd probably bet a bit smaller. But when my hand's kind of susceptible, I feel like he's probably just going to call one with like 8s or 9s here. Then it's going to be a bit bigger. I mean, look at that. 9-2, even over 60 hands. Like, what in the world are these people doing? I mean, they're obviously just grinding rake back, but he's gone down to 8-2 after that hand. I mean, can he really even be making money after rake back with playing, like, even let's say he was on the looser side of what those stats are going to transpire to, like 10-6 or something. Like, I don't know. You guys tell me. I can't tell you what it's like to be in it. This guy's opened too big. I think it's just a mistake for him to open that big. I probably should have 3-bet a little smaller too. Oh, Russian. You're a fish. And just 3-betting for... I'm just going to go retardedly small here because I feel like I can. Just to isolate this fish. King 9 is fine for me to do with. It's pretty loose, but I think it's fine. He's been really aggressive in the hands we've had. Part of me wants to bet small to try to induce. Part of me wants to check to try and induce. Part of me wants to bet big and just hope that he check raises and just get it in. For some reason, I just want to bet kind of biggish and then just hope that he check raises and we get it in. Buddy. What have you done to yourself? You have the King Queen with the Queen of Spades. Is that what you've got? I'm gonna raise small enough that he'll think that I might fold or shove, but I ain't ever folding. Just heads up to you, buddy. Ah, you disgusting animal. Ugh. I know you have the Queen Jack with the Queen of Spades. No, I make educational calls, but not when that. No. Just no. I know you guys want to see him have exactly Queen Jack with the Queen of Spades, but I'm not going to just throw money in the bid when I'm 100% sure. The education calls I'll make are like, when I'm like 90% sure they're right, not when I'm 100% sure. There's just no way that he doesn't have it there. Against this... Okay. I was going to say against this retard I'm going to just bet really small, but he's donked out. And it makes it easier to just standard raise, and then we just hope that we can bink something. We can still have the best hand some percentage of the time, and we check back the turn, and he checks back the turn. Yeah. Obviously standard raise on the flop for me, and yeah, I wouldn't do it with two overs. Like if I had like ace five suited or something, if I decided to three bet ace five suited versus an idiot, then then I probably wouldn't be as likely to raise a flop. I might just call or even just fold, but when blah 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 blah, when it's ace king, I mean, just so many outs presumably. Okay. I mean, this guy's gone from, what was it, 8-9-2 to 7-1. It's like, what are you doing with your life? Get it together. 14-8, 10-5, 7-7, 8-5. What in the world? Ten, 7, 8, 5, 20, 0. Jesus. Alright, focusing on the quick fold so we can get into more spots. So I'm going to open the 9-2 suited if it's folded to me. Even though the small blind's 3-betting a decent amount, I don't care. Kind of want to bet $1.75, but Table Ninja won't let me do it. Yeah, good work, buddy. That's awesome play there. Just gonna 3-bet this guy because I feel like it. No, I'm 3-betting to isolate here. I don't know if he's a fish or a reg yet. He just 3-bets like absurdly large. Oh, we're deep. That's fine. Yeah. King X suited in position. It's going to be a decent 3-bet. In that spot. Back to the quick folding. I think I'm playing about the same as last week. I can't remember what I was playing last week. Oh, not last week. 2 weeks ago. No, last week. Whatever. In episode 1. I think I was playing 24-20, was I? I don't know. I used to play about 22-18 in these games. A lot of folding right now. And I'm just gonna 3-bet ace queen suited against this monkey. if he opens, but he didn't. King Queen suited. I'm just going to overcall here. Don't really want to get it in. Seems like a decent spot to lead out. I meant to go 450. It was a misclick that it went down. This guy's nitty. So I'm going to 3-bet ace-x very comfortably here. I'm just going to bet big again on the turn. Obviously a bazillion worse hands that can call. If he ships, I probably just have to fold. I just don't really ever expect someone to bluff ship the turn with like, I don't know. I just feel like it's more likely going to happen on the flop or potentially on the river. I'll check to them and they'll overshove us, do something stupid. Or even just pot size shove, whatever the hell it would have been. This is an easy squeeze, we're really deep. And I'm going to go big. I do enjoy squeezing with ace-x. Not going to lie to you. Initially I'd planned on lying, but changed my mind. This guy called 4-bets. I've raised 1150. He's right. Oh wow. And that's 6-bet. I was just about to say, I would be surprised if this guy had anything other than Kings Plus when he called 4-bets. And he had absolutely nothing because he just snap folded. 6-4, just cold 4-bet folded. I mean, the guy. How many freaking bets were there? I squeezed, he 4-bet, and 5-bet came over. I mean, what? What are you 5-betting there? I mean, I don't even get it. Why would you 5-bet there? To be 5-betting a 6-4, maybe he has better stats than I do on him. I mean, you just have to have aces, don't you? Oh, this guy's an idiot. Wow, 6-bet. 6-4, cold 4-bet folder. It's pretty sicko. With 2 overs, I'm going to c-bet here. It's not the best board to c-bet, but it's not super connected. Once that comes out in the turn, I'm going to be betting a really wide range here for a big amount on the turn here. And he's Russian, so that's just a great play all round. Going to steal with 3-10 off if it comes to me. And 8-4 I can probably just fast fold. You can basically just tag all your Russians as fish. Which is why I'm isolating one right now with Queen 10 suited. And again, they do these stupid bets and then they fold a lot, and I'm pretty happy if he calls. I don't really care what he does. Can I get him to fold an ace? I think he has an ace when he makes this play here now. Not entirely sure that I can get him fold an ace. Over a very small sample, he has 33 went to showdown, so I'm just going to bank on that, as him being more of a calling station than a folding station. I'm exactly sure what he's trying to say that he has here. Ace 8, maybe. Someone squeeze me, come on. Ugh, this is so gross. Flopping a set with aces. Against a nit who's just never gonna make a play. I fold my pocket tens. Queen 5 suited, I'd probably ISO there. Should have just quick folded Queen 5 off. I don't know what I was doing. I thought there was a fish behind me, but it's not. That German flag looks like it. I just saw that yellow out of the corner of my eye and assumed it was a weak player behind me. Let's see how this guy reacts to under the gun 1-3 bet. It's just a nitty supernova player, Poker Stars Pro. I wouldn't do this with anything but Ace X. Sick. But it looks like the 3 bet probably would have worked. Not a whole lot of equity here, but we're really just trying to fold pairs, which I think he has at least a decent percentage of the time. He calls out a small blind out of position. Yeah. Squeeze. Tagging the nits. You can be a tag. If he folds, then I'm not folding this hand. Oh, we're really deep with this guy, so I take that back. Okay, this should be interesting. Jacks or something here. Jacks from Guru, I'm guessing. Yep, pretty much exactly jacks. 7, 8 suited. Whee! Whee! Man, this is just like some crazy play around here. I had a 6-4 make a cold 4-bet fold. I would have to say in 3 years of pro poker, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. And we've seen, I think, 3 pre-flop all-ins with less than jack high for over 40 big blinds each of them. So, yeah, it's interesting to say the least. I'm just going to 3-bet ISO here, no idea who this guy is. I'll see if he's multi-tabling or not. I'm guessing he's not. In fact, I don't even feel like I need to. Just given the fact that I'm actually going to go for a check raise. I feel like this guy's flatting me with a lot of pocket pairs. He's going to bet and probably just fold to a C bet. I'm just going to raise small. I just don't. That bet just smells like weakness. I'd probably be, if I was planning on check folding this board, I would be check raising that, just that bet size alone, a decent percentage of the time, just because it looks weak to me. Still not convinced he has anything. Yeah, I don't think so. I would be making that probably exact same line with a hand that has 0 equity. Oh, well, or at least a perceived, has 0 perceived equity. And then, yeah, just against a fish, or at least what I'm going to assume is fish calling a 3-bet out of position. In those positions, and just this timing and stuff, I'm just going to make a really small c-bet on the ace high board and expect that to be good, like almost always. Alright, I will check the sit out next big blind button. I'd say that the first half of this session kind of sucked. I was a bit slow, a bit sloppy, made a few plays that I wasn't a big fan of. And then I think the second half was, after I had the cup of water or whatever it was pretty interesting, and there were some good spots, and I was just a bit more switched on generally. Let's open the 8-10, so come on, why not? Anyway, let me know if you guys like things like the calling for education. As I said, I pretty much picked that guy's hand for exactly what it was going to be. I was thinking like King, Queen, King, Jack, just being a Mongtard, 3-betting it, and that's exactly what had happened earlier. I'm actually going to go for a third on this one here, and I don't think I need to bet particularly big. I think he has a lot of 8s and 9s here that just can't call a third bet. That's really bizarre. Min raise on the river. I would honestly be surprised if he had anything but King Queen here. The reason I went for the triple here is because I wanted to bet the turn because we had equity, and I probably bet the turn with Ace Queen Race Jack anyways. And on the river, that card really hurts his Jackson Worth range, which I think is a lot of his range, even though basically it's playing in a vacuum because I didn't have any stats. So I think it's fine. I don't ever expect him to fold a king. Don't really ever expect him to call with a queen. So I feel like I'm going to get a decent number of folds there from Jackson Worth. Maybe even could have bet a little smaller. And then when he min raises, I feel like it's just like only king queen, unless he missed a flush draw, but that would be kind of sick. I don't really ever see min raise bluffs. Anyway, hope you enjoy it, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and we will be back to a student review next week. Let me know if you want any 50NL videos, and I'll put some together. Cheers.